am one of the directors of tonight's this afternoon's performance. We've been working really hard on this show, and we hope that you guys all enjoy it as much as we enjoy it. I have a couple of announcements before we begin. There are bathrooms located in the barn yard, or outhouses. There's pizza and beverages and cookies available at the garage and also at the bar at intermission and after the show. We also have t-shirts for sale. Please silence all devices and keep the aisles clear as the art actors do use those. No flash photography. And we are filming tonight, so just be aware of that. And then finally, and most importantly, we do run entirely on donations. So if you guys enjoyed the show today, we do appreciate if you would consider donating something. We have a jar on the bar in the back. Without further ado, we present A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon, but oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires late, to a step-dame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriment. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth, turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wound thee with my sword, and one I love doing thee injuries, but I will wend thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelry.
Happy be Theseus, how are you now, Duke?
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevailment and unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And, my gracious Duke, be it so, she will not here before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman, or to her death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? And be advised, fair maid, to you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, and yea, one to whom you are but as a form in wax. By him imprinted, and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked, but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to grieve my thoughts. And I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I, to be in shady cloister nude, to live, a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. Earthlier happy is the rose distilled, and that which, withering on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day either prepare to die, for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius, as you would, or upon Diana's altar to protect, for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia. My son, yield thy praised title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
True, he hath my love. What is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way as fairly ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius. And, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, all about it to his head, made love to Netter's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I had heard as much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, Aegeus, you will go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. Now for you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta, what cheer, my love? Demetrius, Aegeus, come along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you of something merely that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well perceive them from the tempest of mine eyes.
Ay, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
or else misgraft in respective
Oh,
years,
spite, too old to be engaged young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends,
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
or if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the colleague night, that in his spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick, bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance to a morn of May. There will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee, by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers loves, and by that fire which burned the Carthage queen when the false Troyan under sail was seen, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, my love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you be fair. That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue's sweet air more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching. If it were favor so yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
That my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I hate love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, and he hath turned a heaven into a hell.
Helen, to our minds we will unfold tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass. A time that lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I, upon fate primrose beds were wont to lie, empty in our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there Lysander and myself shall meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes, to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck and love Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food. Tomorrow be midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dotes on you.
How happy some or other son can be. Through Athens, I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know all that he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment's taste, wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste, and therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in games themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyes, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved in showers of oaths to melt. I will go tell him, of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is at your expense. But hearing me nigh to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here, this is cool. With every man's name, through all Athens, who has thought fit to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on. Then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and tragic death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, and a merry, I assure you. Now, call forth the actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the Weaver.
Ready. Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. Yet for the rest, my chief humor is for a tyrant. I can play Hercules rarely. The parts of Terracatin, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far, and make and mar the foolish face. This was lofty. Now, name the rest of the actors. This is Hercules' vein. A lover's vein is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Flute, must take Thisbe on you.
What is this? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, wait. Let me not call you.
Well, that's all one, for you shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face, let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe.
No, you can only play Pyramus and Flute, you, Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor,
Here, Peter Quince.
you are set down for Thisbe's mother. John Stapleton,
Here, Peter Quince.
you, Thisbe's father. Myself, Pyramus' father, and Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitting.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if indeed.
Give it to me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
And well, let me play the lion too. I will warn you that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will warn you that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you should do it too terrible. You would frighten the Duchess and the ladies that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
That would hang us, every mother's son! I grant you, friends, if that we should frighten the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, and I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you as ringing nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a lovely and proper man, as one should find in the summer's day. A most wonderful and gentlemanly-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple and gray beard, or your French crown-colored beard, your perfect yellow.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all. Then you'll play it barefaced. But, masters, here are your parts. And I aim to entreat you, request you, and desire you to come by tomorrow night. And meet me in the palace wood a mile without the town, where we will rehearse by moonlight. For if we meet in the town, we will be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw up a bill of properties such as our play desires. I pray you, fail me not.
There we'll meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
The good talk we need.
Enough, hold or cut bowstrings.
Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains in the sun. Restless dreams I walked alone.
How now, spirits? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall will the pensioners be, in their gold coats spots you see. Those be rubies, fairy favors, in those freckles live their savors. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's here. Farewell, though. Love of spirits, all they got, or queen and all their else, come here and on.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed, the queen come not within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell and wrought. Because she, as her attendant hath, a lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train to trace the forest wild. But she, perforce, withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or a spangled starlight sheen. But they do square. That all their elves, for fear, creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape in making flight, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frights the maidens of the villagery, skim milk and sometimes labor in the quern, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn, and sometimes make the drink to bear no bar, misleads night wanderers, laughing at their harm? Who's that hobgoblin call you, and sweet pug. You do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speakest all right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I am fat and bid horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a silly foal. And sometime lurk I in a gossip's pool, in fairy likeness of a roasted crab, and when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap. For the ale, the wisest ought, telling the saddest tale. Sometime, for 3-foot stool maketh me, that slip I from her butt, down tumbles she, and Taylor cries, and falls into a cough, and the whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and wax and in their mirth and knees and swear, a merrier hour was never wasted there. But, room, fairy, here comes Oberon.
But my mistress would that you were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous, Oberon? Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from the fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day playing on pipes of corn and bursting love to amorous Philida. Why art thou here? Come from the farthest step of India, but that forsooth the bouncing Amazon, your buskin mistress and your warrior love to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania? Glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus. Did thou not lead him to the glimmering night from Perigenia, whom he ravished, and make him with fair Aglae break his faith with Ariadne and Antiopa?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer spring met we on hill and dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge have sucked out from the sea contagious fogs, which, falling in the land, hath every country river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The fold stands empty in the drowning field. The ox hath therefore lost his sweat. The plowman stands in the mud, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained beard. The quaint mazes, for lack of tread, are undistinguishable. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with him or care blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air, that rheumatic diseases do abound. And thoroughness distemperature we see, the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts, far in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old himes thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is, as in mockery, set. The spring, the summer, tiling autumn, the angry winter, change their wanton living, and the mazed world by their increase knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg the little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. Fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order. And, in spiced Indian air by night, full often has she gossiped by my side, and sat with me at Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood. And we laugh to see the sails conceived and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind. Which she, with pretty and with swimming gait, following, her room then rich with my young squire, would imitate, and sail upon the land to fetch me trifles, and return again as for a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake I do rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
perchance, till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall chide down right if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle puck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on the dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vessel throned in the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votaress pressed on in maiden meditation fancy free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's hue, and maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me this flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania while she is asleep. The next live thing that she then sees, lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, unmeddling monkey, or busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander, fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. You told me they were stolen into this wood. And here I am, and would I within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. But yet you draw not iron. My heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or do I not, in plainest truth, tell you, I do not, and I cannot love you?
And even for that, do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love? And yet a place of higher respect with me than to be used as you use your dog.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick